Okay, I'm back. Make sure everything's working. Sounds like it's working fine. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. But wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also the work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Arkham as its energy source? So, based on what you're saying, is the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up the harmless Archeum project, yes? I think they're not giving up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she's been saying? Nope, just repeated the last sentence. Hey, have you been doing this pretending to understand what's going on? Anyway, Fontaine's Research Institute is trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. We're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, we're even walking the road that may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is completely new and unstable. Tri-state Archeum. How does that differ from normal Archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Mr. Consul would be happy to... Mr. Chusil would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about the grammar. But I've left Mr. Naka hanging for too long. And that's really just impolite. Mr. Naka, I trust you've done everything that I've asked. With the Traveler's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. Is this adventurer the one who came for recruitment? Mr. Naka recounts to Roman everything that happened, emphasizing the amazing talent you displayed when retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touches on Corone's ironclad professionalism, as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Naka's face, there seems to be no intent, just a jest about his committed reporter. Or so you assume. That is rare, extremely rare. I am delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, Traveler. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be able to be a great help to us. Here are the documents I signed. Leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Aren't you gonna look at them? We spent ages on them. Mr. Desnos also took them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help weed us out. Idiots, at least. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize. So let's leave them alone for now. So are you saying we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you will need to follow up. Notice that you will need to sign to follow up work. Until then, Mr. Naka? Yes? While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about the energy safety with Mr. Crusoe, how about you take the Traveler to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion. All that's left is to compile the data. Oh well, at least it's under control. Are you heading out somewhere? I'll come along too. This reporter lady sure has good ears. She does. Where are we going? Somewhere over here. Where? Well, I don't see it above me.
Exploration and trials.
That's facing the wrong way.
Adventuring is right up my alley.
In front of me now. Behind the mountain, maybe? Very clever use of the mountain. Inside here somewhere, I'm guessing then. I do see books. Or parrots in this case. Challenge, we'll come back to those later. pt2. That's what you're doing with the pt2. Oh, not below actually. Is this where researchers spent their downtime? Is this even humane? Has Fontaine Research Institute ever been considered for making renovating the place a priority? There should be a survey anchor around here, just like Miss Coroni implied. This place needs renovation, and the power supply here is very limited. Or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Coroni's questions, I'll leave the job of recovering the survey anchor to you, traveller. Compared to some other areas, the dormitories weren't impacted by much by the explosion. Dormitories? But I don't even see a bed here. So how do the researchers get any rest? It's not like they can sleep in chairs, right? Miss Corona, your idea of resting is very different from that of researchers. When a researcher at the Fontaine Institute says they need rest, they only want a quick break for their brain. Then they would usually come here, play a piano, read, have a drink or two if necessary. But wouldn't sleeping provide more rest for the brain? You may be correct, but to our researchers, sleeping is a waste of time in the first place. Sleeping a waste of time? No, it's essential for rest. Sleeping completely cuts the train of thought short. And that's not acceptable for our research work. Are you being serious? If you don't sleep, the only thing that you'll cut short is your life. Not necessarily. The Institute boasts an excellent healthcare system and guarantees researchers' health and well-being. But that's still no reason they're not to sleep. Also, if the researchers are here to give their brains a break, wouldn't they break if their thought process from the research anyway? Not necessarily. It only seems like they're taking a break, but they're actually still pondering different academic subjects subconsciously. It's akin to a vast ocean. While appearing calm on the surface, it has a strong undercurrent beneath. Sometimes the undercurrents below are far much stronger than the towering waves above. I get it. You mean when the researchers at Fontaine Institute are on a project, they must keep working and are not allowed to rest, right? That's not completely fair to say. If they truly need sleep, they're free to go back home and do just that. So it's fair to say as long as the researchers at the Fontaine Institute are inside the Institute, they must keep working and are not allowed to rest. Your rhetoric is simply astounding, Miss Crony. I want to take a nap, but I've got a project and meeting later, so I can't sleep. No falling asleep. I wish our research project leader would stop barging in during the lunch to talk about work. You could cut the air with a knife. The free coffee at the Institute is getting worse. It tastes like sawdust soaked in water. I might as well drink Fanta. Alas, I do not know when I will be transferred to another group. I really don't want to continue the research on this smart lie detector Professor Messos anymore. Without resources inherited by him, we're like chefs working on a crafting bench. It just isn't working out. I've heard that the Institute has commissioned some adventurers to search for his base. If you ask me, they could just restart the project then, right? It's not like the numbers are going to help us catch up with him. If we have to force the research through, if we have to search the research through while having no material to work with. Oh lordy. Experiment day. The lab equipment was ordered, it hasn't arrived yet. No choice. All I can do for myself is to go to Hotel de Board with Mr. Portier. Mr. Portier recommended that the seasoned poisson oyster with Salication caviar is a fine chardon. But is it poisson? The poisson oysters, fish oysters? Well, unquestionably the best. Full-bodied texture, plump, soft, and juicy. Flavor lingering on the tip of my tongue like a gentle sea breeze. However, the way Mr. Pointier ate them could be said to be a bit more inelegant, as the juice accidentally squirted all over the napkin. Such a lack of etiquette would definitely be laughed at by others. Anyway, I lectured him about it. Now, if only he would take this to heart. After all, etiquette is like food. Inferior ingredients can certainly be compensated through superior culinary techniques. So there shouldn't be any need to discriminate in terms of quality of ingredients. But even so, people will always prefer the premium food with premium ingredients. Experiment day. I don't experiment before, I guess so. The lab equipment I ordered for still hasn't arrived. No choice. All I can do is force myself to watch an opera, Mr. Pointier. The refreshments were as tasty as ever, but the play was only passable at best. As far as tragedies go, the farewell scene between Irenaeus and Allegria at least succeeded in squeezing a few tears out of some members of the audience, such as Mr. Pointier, though it was expected given his tastes. Not laughter. There's nothing more innately wrong with attempting to show the plot unfold before the perspective of multiple characters, but if they can all be tied back together when the same theme properly expressed, and instead completely relies on sensationalizing the climax over covering up all the flaws, then it absolutely misguided the approach. Take, for example, the adaptation of the famous Loch Knight tale, titled Mounted Python and the Pure Grail. The comedy I previously attended with Mr. Pointier, see lab page report, page 17, was a superior production in every way. As the great Aphagabus said, "'Tis better to pen laughter than tragedy, for laughter gives strength and fortifies the will." Not to mention how mortifying Mr. Pointier's bawling was. Experiment day. The lab equipment I previously ordered still hasn't arrived. It appears it may have gotten lost in transit. Can't do anything but force myself to reorder the equipment and go to the Café Latouche with Mr. Pointier once more. I see even you got a link to there. I want to look again. No, I can't get across that far. Do I need this? Don't see anything to put this in. It's inside there, apparently. Something above, maybe? Oh wait, I see it. Okay, we can now take your energy. Can't see where to give it to, though.
Something to add to my collection.
Like our collection works completely at pace. Did not quite catch the rest of that. Go back, go to the bathroom.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Okay, I'm back.
Rev the engines! Breath from the sky!
There is no escape! Ha! Torn to oblivion!
That's where it was. I have it with me, probably. Go to the next one. I had to see that, didn't I? I think they'll come here next.
Full throttle!
Oh, I see a waypoint. That's a lot of Gargameks, isn't it?
Try and stop me!
Shine down! Absurd! Rest and rebuild! No touching! We're way behind schedule. All hail! No escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
There should be a survey anchor here too. I'll open the door. I'll leave the recovery to you, traveller. Yeah, I still can't forget how Churchill just kept equilibrating, God not say that. And Ramido, so haughty and arrogant. Did you see how he was looking at me? I think you're much better than either of those two. Things would never have turned out like this if you were in their position. Okay. I believe this place was originally Buto's Institute of Clockwork Applications. Okay, that explains a lot. In the field of clockwork machines, Masaya Buto was one of the leading authorities. However, scientifically, in development, the advancement of the traditional clockwork machines had reached a bottleneck. In terms of application, the traditional clockwork machines were obviously at a great disadvantage. Anyway, Mr. Buto's program was slowly marginalized the institute. His funding was cut, and he struggled to recruit researchers. After a series of unfortunate incidents, Monsieur Buto's group finally disbanded, and this facility was completely abandoned. Monsieur Buto was terribly unlucky, if you ask me.
Shine down!
Pyroclastic surge!
Not the first time this has happened. Okay, let's finally sort this out. Okay. It wasn't exactly what I was trying to do. Oh, there's a thingy over here. What can we see from this angle then? Besides that. Ah, I see. That big ass thing in the corner is breaking me. Had a feeling.
Phew.
No, I guess they definitely use that select one, huh? Oh, hi guys.
Light it up!
You're not going to tell me to pick that up, right? That's 100% of that screams.
Hey, not a bad haul.
I knew it.
Blaze over! Hold the line!
Burn it down!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Light it up!
Take them. I have no need.
Mr. Romano, the survey anchors have all been retrieved. Looks like we've really got the right person for the job this time. Put them over there, someone will be able to handle them. Now, let's get down to business. Come over here, please, traveller. There are some documents you'll need to sign. They're so thick. Why are there so many documents? Because no matter how one looks at it, the escorting researcher into the ruins of Fontaine Research Institute and then landing in said ruins shall be no small matter. And since it's such an important matter, it is only natural for us to explain every detail to the one carrying out the work. Who am I escorting? Why, that'd be Mr. Naka, of course. Across the entire institute, there's no one better suited to deal with the central laboratory ruins. I request that I accompany Mr. Naka. What? I think... This is a terrific proposal. Consul, did you forget what we mentioned when we came up with the plan? We must keep the public informed on rebuilding the Institute with the utmost transparency. That's right. The new Fontaine Research Institute has nothing to hide. Edwin made some mistakes, but we're past that now. Please, go on report it to the ruins of the Institute and see the mistakes Edwin Hastings made. Looking back again, the Institute now is just what we've been working towards. The cause we stand for. But allow me to emphasize that once again. And here we go again. Paimon's about to fall asleep. I truly admire how you guys have to say. Maybe you should call for me after you've done talking? Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with us. This is a good time to take a break anyway. No, it is important business, so please come this way. Under a murderer's guidance, you sign complicated documents. Thanks to your prior experience, you finish signing them before you know it's time. Before you know it this time, even. Alright, that should be all of them. Thank you, Traveller. You are now externally contracted assistant researcher of the Fontaine Institute Research. I've got that backwards. Research Institute, yeah. What about Paimon? Does Paimon get any title? You're more my important assistant, Paimon. Assistant? That doesn't sound cool. Don't worry, assistants play an absolutely crucial role in the Institute. But let's get back to business, shall we? Things in the Institute right now are rather complicated. The matters you'll be dealing with are also urgent, so I won't keep you for much longer. While you're on your way, Mr. Naka, I'll inform you some things to note, as well as what you will need to actually do. The rest is up to you now. The rest lies on your shoulders, Mr. Naka. Well then, please follow me, Traveller. We must go get to the ruins. Sure thing. Don't forget me. Yes, and you. How could I possibly forget you? What's the easiest way of getting this? Probably not this way. I knew he was going to fall. Oh, not did I actually mark the other one off? I can't remember. I don't think I did. I'll have to look back at the footage and see what it was. So we're going over there now, huh? Great timing for that to run out. Just as I hit the jump button, it's like, nope. Come, Traveller, Miss Crony, this way. So, you mean we're going to delve into this patch of water? That's right. With the help of this allogravity condensed water, we can ascend to the ruins of the Institute safely and efficiently. If you don't wish to do it, you may as well try. If you don't wish to do it that way, you may also go the opposite bank and glide from the highest mountain using a wing glider. Forget it, I'm not good at using a wing glider. And I'm not actually used to heights either. Very well, now I'll go over a few things to keep in mind with the allogravity condensed water. Nakaka details the considerations of making use of the that's a mouthful. Allogravity condensed water. So, in a nutshell, it's the same as swimming or diving. I feel this is more like flying or diving. Diving in midair would be quite a novelty. I suppose you could call it anti-gravity diving if you had to. Is everybody ready, Miss Cronny? You can step back out now if you simply wish to wait here for us to return. Reporters never back down. I'll be right behind you guys. I'll try to anyway. Alright then, if you insist, let's get going now. Why I'm here. Oh crap. Is that them all? It's not, right? Did I miss one or something? What am I not seeing? Oh, there's one here.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering. Rev the engines!
Oh great.
Try and stop me!
There is no escape!
And where are we going in? Do I just float into this thing? Doesn't look like it. It's saying that way. I've gone the wrong way. Okay, you can just go into it like that. That's good to know.
Full throttle!
These slimes don't like to pass, do they?
Rest and rebuild!
Wonderful, right? Yeah, he says no. Yipes. Oof, body jump.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Take them. I have no need.
Follow me, I'm like, it's gonna drop me on top of those, isn't it? And I was right. What in there? Yeah, I see that. I said by one. This. What's this large plate? That's the experimental fuel generator that Mr. Edwin developed. Didn't it already blow up? It looks perfectly fine now. That thing that exploded wasn't the machine, but the Archeum core that powers the core driver. The Archeum kinetic core. This thing, will it suddenly start moving by itself? Relax, this big guy can't move now, it's lost all its power supply. But didn't Ramondo say that we needed to make sure the ruins descended? If it can't move, it's only part of it needs to be activated. The tri-state Archeum can support the operation at half speed, but that should be enough to retrieve the abnormal gravity state the central laboratory ruins are in. Pam doesn't understand any of that. What do you need us to do? Please follow me. The place where we need to go is Please follow me. The place where we need to work is in the back. Miss Grenay, please stay here. Some areas in the back contain Institute secrets, and you're not allowed to have any exposure to them. I can see that back of yours from here. What secrets could be hidden inside? I have no ideas either. That's why you're definitely not allowed inside. What nonsense. Anyway, please wait here. If you take photos randomly, you might capture something related to the Institute's secrets. For example, the formula, the sugar-free berry-flavored Fanta. This new Fanta product is quite important to the Institute. If you leak any information to the outside world, you'll need to undergo 1 month of confidential investigation. And you must report to the Mason Gerson at the Palameronia 3 times every day we can be questioned. Of course, you'll need to stop your journalistic work. Don't worry, even if I get taken away by the Palameronia for questioning, it will only be because I've uncovered a secret you're hiding. I won't let myself be forced to stop working in such a let myself be forced to stop working for the reason as absurd as leaking some Fanta formula. I admire your work ethic. I hope everything goes well in your photo taking. Traveler, let's go. There's still some work for us to do. Huh? What was Masinaka doing? You're making me uneasy, but okay.
This is long overdue.
Rise with the sun!
Yeah, right.
Not bad.
There is no escape.
Sometimes I really don't get why the Institute had to design a clockwork mecha to look like humans. Just from the perspective of supporting research, hands and feet are far worse than tracking and malfunctioning clockwork mecha apertures. What's this rock? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, this is the archaeum that supplies the energy to the experimental field generator. What restrains it is the energy supply device created by Mr. Edwin. See here, this circuit connects to the generator. Of all the inert archaeum we found, this one was the best in terms of purity and stability. And then boom it went. That came down to Mr. Edwin. I trust that wasn't the cause, or at least it shouldn't take all the blame. Whoa, it's not going to blow up again, is it? When that happens, I'm going to need you to take to the skies, Paimon. When that happens, let's jump into the water below. Jumping into the water from such a high place is going to hurt when we splash. Worst case scenario, Paimon will take your clothes to absorb the impact. Don't worry, Mr. Edwin's not around. We're completely safe. Alright. I'm about to use the Ramodo's catalyst to transfer the archaeum into Tri-State Archaeum and activate the big fellow outside. Then these ruins should be able to safely move to the land on the ground. Traveler, could you please help take some photos in the area? We need to use them as evidence for my work record. Didn't you just say taking photos wasn't allowed? It's fine, these are used for reference in the Institute. It won't be distributed. Unless you secretly kept a few for yourself, which I trust you won't do. Alright, when you're taking photos, please look for Miss Crone while you're doing so. I've got no idea where she's run off to, or what she's hiding. I really don't want her to start the generator. I really don't want to start the generator to suddenly find her tossed into midair. Readings are normal, looks like everything's fine. We shouldn't come across any hiccups. Traveler, once you're done finished taking photos, go find Miss Crone. I'll come find you guys when I've finished making adjustments here.
But a momentary distraction.
Oh, suspicious. What's suspicious? Show me too. Oh, Traveler gave me quite a fright. How are you able to walk around without making any noise? You were just too focused. Speaking of it, you followed us all the way here. Have you managed to find anything? Not really, since Mr. Naka said that I can't really get into trouble. In the end, I could take pictures of dilapidated, I can never say it. Yep, broken houses, we'll just say that. And broken rocks. And the motionless machine. I bet it would be able to take photos of a big scoop. Let's try again. I bet I'd be able to take photos. Try this again. I bet I would be able to take photos of a big scoop if I could fly in the air, just like you can, Paimon. Why be a reporter if you can fly? I was born to do this. It's the reason I exist. I too am sure that Miss Coroni... What? That you would be able to walk a mile without making any noise? Is this new technology of the Institute developed? Unfortunately, we don't teach walking courses. I've already completed all the preparations. In any case, traveller, please take Miss Coroni back to the Institute. Once the experimental field generator is activated, it will rapidly change gravity in the surrounding area. I've been through professional training. I know what to do in this situation. Your safety, it would be best if you stay away from here. And how are you going to get down? You don't need to worry about me. Mr. Edwin taught me how to use the generator personally. No one in the Institute can control the big guys freely as I can. Not even Ramondo. Guess we have to leave the professionals then. Be careful. Go now. We'll meet again on the surface. This should be fine now. Please take Miss Coroni back down quickly. I'll be activating this big guy in a moment. Then this troublesome matter will be resolved once and for all. Okay, controller, now you want to be a pain in the ass. Guess we glide in that way, hopefully it doesn't trigger and drop me to my death. I know this game too well for that. That looks like it was set up to jump this way. Traveller, you're back. How's work coming along? Everything's going swimmingly. There are still some finishing touches that ought to be left to a professional, so Mr. Naka is still up there. I feel like I haven't really contributed that much. Don't say that. You're our safety rope. Without you, dear traveller, how could we have dared to let Mr. Naka go up there by himself? It would have been said that the trip was a brilliant success. There were other benefits as well. Miss Coroni managed to photograph some thought-provoking images that she'd like to ask me about, and a few of those pictures should prove more interesting for Mr. Naka. Let's not talk about that for now. Come, let us take a photo of Monsieur Conecel, where you also need to be present with this certification and honorary title. Honorary title? Oh-ho! What about Paimon? Paimon will also get a promotion from assistant, right? Seeing as you're the traveller's companion, I guess you could join the photo. As for the title, so there's no honorary title for Paimon then. Honorary titles must remain limited quantity. and stay relatively rare. Otherwise, how would we get sponsors to support the awarding them? Oh, alright then. Then allow me to award Paimon. The honorary best companion, the honorary best travel guide. Hey, what kind of just nonsense titles are those? We're already best buddies. Paimon doesn't need a title for that. You better make sure the travelers. You better make sure travelers really awesome. Of course, the honorary title is the highest standing. Besides, haven't you also been promoted assistant to honorary senior researcher? Come on, let's get that photo taken. An assistant's still an assistant, no matter how many words you put after it. Alright, let's take that photo. This is an occasion to remember. Monsieur Consul, you're... Oh, it's like you're having a nice conversation with Miss Corona. Hence the operation is a stepping stone to rebuilding the Institute. We can do it, it is just our duty to do so, and it so as always has been. As for the former site of the Institute, we will keep it preserved forever and rebuild it as the Fontaine Institute Safety Education Center. I think I've just about had enough. I'm certain that everybody benefited from your speech, Mr. Consul. Mr. Choisil, I think. But now's the time to take a photo together with the traveller, wouldn't you say? Yes, of course. We must take a photo on this occasion with our dear honorary senior research of the Fontaine Institute. Please give us a second, Miss Corey. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, don't worry. It's not like the things you said just now wasn't all cliches anyway. Aren't you guys going to take a photo together? I just so happens to have a camera with me. Please go stand in position. Traveled a long way to get here, so please make it worth the trip, okay? What?